guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the Aston Villa Liverpool post-match reaction and analysis video. And Liverpool have won again, and this was a very tough, very scrappy, hard-fought victory, and I felt Liverpool weren't at their best. Aston Villa gave their all, they played really well, huge credit goes to Aston Villa. But Liverpool once again found a way to win this game, even after a major refereeing error has let Aston Villa take the lead, and to go 1-0 down after 3 minutes, and also after Man City won 5-0 over Newcastle on the weekend, and Liverpool changed so many players for this game. Another team would have folded under the pressure, but not this Liverpool team. This Liverpool team is the mentality monsters that they are, what Jurgen Klopp calls them. Let me know what you think about this. But first, let's talk about Ollie Watkins, because he was offside in the build-up to the goal, but because play continued, the referee didn't put, or the linesman didn't put his flag up, which is absolutely nonsense. That there are so many bad situations because this VAR directive is the linesman shouldn't put his flag up. So the play continues. And then from the next phase of the attack, literally from the next phase, Liverpool concede, Aston Villa score. I think Tsimikas was pushed in the after the cross, and he falls over. Matip falls over Tsimikas, and then Douglas Luiz's header is saved by Alisson, but he tucks in the rebound. But just 1 minute later, from a Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick, Joel Matip equalizes after a really good free kick opportunity. So Liverpool were very quickly back to 1-1, but the first half was so hectic. There was so much space in behind Fabinho in the midfield, and Fabinho really struggled today. So it was very, very worrying to see Fabinho going off after holding his hamstring. The good news is that Fabinho sat down on the bench after the injury. So if it's a really serious injury, he goes in the dressing room and he gets treatment, or he goes to the hospital very quickly. But the fact that Fabinho could really walk off, and the fact that he didn't really get a lot of treatment and he was on the bench for the rest of the game, gives me hope that he will be potentially back for the Champions League final. It's a hamstring injury, so it could be 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on how severe the hamstring injury is. My hope is that Fabinho will be back for the Champions League final. It's a big miss for Liverpool, Fabinho not being available for the FA Cup final. Naby Keita also injured his groin, I think, or some kind of muscle in his upper thigh. He was holding his leg and he collapsed on the ground twice. So Naby Keita is also a doubt for the FA Cup final. This comes at the worst time, with Liverpool losing 2 midfielders from their regular 4 midfielders to start: Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho and Naby Keita. They have been the 4 midfielders rotating to start most of the games, the big games at least, this season. It's very worrying. But Jurgen Klopp said that Fabinho felt a muscle hamstring injury, not too much, so he's quite positive, but I'm not sure what I can make of that. We will see. Of course, there will be scans by the doctors on Fabinho's hamstring, and then we will see how severe the injury is. Well, probably we will find out a little bit more on that in the coming days, but thankfully at least the cup final is on Saturday, so we have 1 more day's rest than Chelsea, I think, who play tomorrow. But Chelsea will also rest a lot of players. Robertson sat out this game, he wasn't in the squad, so he got a good rest. Konate also got a good rest. Thiago only came on for the second half. Mo Salah only came on for the second half. Salah's form is a little bit worrying, so I think it was warranted that he would sit on the bench, because he needs a little bit to freshen up. But Sadio Mane, since he plays as a striker, in 12 starts he has 7 games. He has been even more prolific than before. And since coming back from the Africa Cup of Nations, from winning the Africa Cup of Nations, Sadio Mane in 22 games has 12 goals and 1 assist. He's as important to Liverpool as Mohamed Salah, and I think his contract, Sadio Mane's contract, should be as important to extend as Mo Salah's contract. And also the fact that after Sadio Mane scored the winning goal, he points out to the Liverpool fans. I think that's an indication that he's going nowhere. at least we should sort out his contract. There were rumors today that Mane was in talks with Bayern Munich, but him pointing to the Liverpool fans and also him saying that he's almost the happiest that he has ever been at Liverpool. The only time Mane was happier than now is when he was winning trophies. So let's hope that we can win another trophy on Saturday against Chelsea. I'm really looking forward to it. And in the second half, I think Liverpool really switched to another gear, and Liverpool really dominated Aston Villa in the second half. And Luis Diaz, what a player. He was starting on the right wing, and I don't think that's his best position. On the left, he's much more comfortable, and when he switched over to the left side, instantly he got a brilliant assist, a fantastic through ball from Henderson down the line on the wing. Luis Diaz runs onto it, he takes on the fullback, and then he crosses it to Sadio Mane in the middle, who glances it, not just heading it with full power, he just glances it towards the bottom far corner. Absolutely fabulous goal by Sadio Mane and Luis Diaz, but also shout out to Henderson, who came on as a substitute for Fabinho. And I think Henderson had a really good game. He calmed things down in the second half and really dictated the tempo of the game a little bit more. The whole situation was top class according to Jurgen Klopp before Sadio Mane's goal. Luis crossing in a moment when nobody expected it apart from Sadio, and that was also very good that Luis Diaz's cross was a little bit like off rhythm, shall I say, not as expected. And also credit to Steven Gerrard. He set up Aston Villa like he wanted he wanted really Aston Villa to beat Liverpool. I think that would have been huge for his career, and Aston Villa played very well. So to come here and to win in such difficult circumstances, when Jurgen Klopp had to rotate half of the team really, when we have a cup final coming up. I think that in the cup final we will start with Luis Diaz, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah, and Jota will sit this out. Bobby Firmino was also on the bench, which was very encouraging, but it was also good that Thiago got a rest and Henderson got a little bit of a rest. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I felt, had a very good game. He had 2 free kicks where he went close, but he didn't hit the target, so maybe Trent needs to a little bit practice a little bit more his free kicks, because he's getting closer and closer, but he hasn't scored a free kick in a while, so let's hope that he can score one very soon. And also, a lot of Liverpool fans are giving up in this title race. This is far from over, because yes, Liverpool are level on points with Man City. Man City have a game in hand. Man City have 3 goals more goal difference. That's not a lot, If Man City have to lose 1 game or draw 2 games, if Man City lose 1 game, then the goal difference is just 2. And Liverpool plays Southampton. Southampton still hasn't lost 9-0 this season, so that is up for grabs. I'm not saying Liverpool will beat Southampton 9-0, but stranger things have happened than Liverpool winning by a lot of goals. And also, Liverpool at home on the last day of the season against Wolves, who probably will have nothing to play for. That is also a game where Liverpool could win by a couple of goals. And Man City just need to lose 1 game. And I think Aston Villa will go very hard against Man City on the last day of the season, even though it's at the Etihad. I think they will try to take the game to Man City, but that could leave Aston Villa vulnerable to the counter-attack. And also West Ham and Wolves at home against Man City. Those games are not easy games. Those games are not foregone conclusions. Hopefully Man City will drop points in both of them, but let's hope they will lose at least one of them. So keep the faith, guys, and keep supporting the team. Come on Liverpool, let's win the FA Cup final on Saturday. Really looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, have a nice day. See you later guys, goodbye.